أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I see so many young students sitting. And I remember when I was also as young as you are. And I was an athlete. When I was in college, in my first year, I broke the college record in pole vault. And throughout my 3 years in our college in Rabwa, I played soccer for the college team for 3 years. I was also selected as a member of the team representing the Punjab University in high jump. And I represented the Punjab University, which is a leading university in India and Pakistan, to an inter-university meet, where I also received a prize. So I am an athlete. I am among you. I am a player. By the grace of Allah Ta'ala, maybe I am the only surviving person now. You have heard about the founder of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat, Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad. He was the founder of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat. He died in 1908. But his wife, we all call her lovingly Hazrat Amma Jan. She survived for many years. And in fact died in Pakistan after partition. But one thing I remember, and I have got that opportunity, maybe I am the only living person. I saw Hazrat Amma Jan with my own eyes. I was a young boy. My mother took me to Hazrat Amma Jan. Hazrat Amma Jan shook hands with me. I saw her. And when we were about to leave, she gave me an orange. I still remember the color of the orange. I remember the size of the orange. So, I doubt whether there's anybody still living who have had this privilege to see Hazrat Amma Jan, because I was young, there was no parda. Then Hazrat Amma Jan once came to our house in Darul Barkat. I again saw her. She walked from all the way from Qadian Masjid, all the way in the morning, and came to our mahalla in Darul Barkat and came to the door. We came out and saw Hazrat Amma Jan. She said she heard that Maulvi Nazir Ahmad Ali, who was my father, he had come from Africa. So she came to greet him. I remember that scene when my father and my grandfather were standing like servants, like this. This is the pose I saw. I was little, I was looking at her. And she said, I have just come to say Assalamu alaikum to you. My father said, Amma Jan, now there is so much progress in Africa. We have got large communities. Please send any of your children or your grandchildren to go over there so that we can work under them. Hazrat Amma Jan smiled and said, Aap bhi to hamare bachche hai. You are also my children. He said, I consider all missionaries as my children. So I have had that unique opportunity. There was a speech in the Lajna about the life of Hazrat Amma Jan. So by the grace of Allah Ta'ala, I had the opportunity. You know this, those of us who know Urdu, Alayka salatu alayka salam. Badargah zishan khairul anam. Hazrat Dr. Sahib Mir Sahib, Dr. Mir Muhammad Ismail Sahib wrote this poem. And once I became sick in Qadian, and Hazrat Dr. Sahib came to our house and he examined me. I was about to go to Africa as a child and I had some problem with my knees and he came to examine, humble as I am, the son of a missionary, the son of a fakir, a pauper. And Hazrat Ammajan coming to us and these people coming to us. The theme of this conference, as is shown over here, Inna Allah la yugayyiru ma biqawmin hatta yugayyiru ma bi anfusihim. Allah does not change the condition of a person, of a nation, until they show a change in themselves. In English, they also say, God helps those who help themselves. If you do not show a change, if our youngsters who are sitting over here, who are the future leaders of this country, if they just consider that playing basketball or doing hooligan and shouting here and there, they are lost. They have already lost the battle. You are the cream of this country. You are the tomorrow of this country. You are the most valuable asset of this country. So wake up. Do something commendable for the development of this beautiful country. I am from Africa. I have studied in Africa. I have grown in Africa. I am more of an African than a Pakistani or a Canadian. I am an African. My father died in Africa. He wanted to be buried in Africa. That is my country. I remember, I've seen written that once there was in a city called Magborka, there was a conference. The minister, Honorable Kandebure was his name, he came to Magborka and there was a reception in his honor and our missionary gave a reception in his honor and he gave an introduction about the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. So there were some Arabs who had also been invited. So in the conference, those Arabs started shouting. There were some Syrians and Lebanese, and they started shouting and caused a commotion. And they were saying, Mirza Ghulam Muhammad is a liar. He is this. He started abusing the promised Messiah, alayhi salam, and said he's a liar. And there was a lot of commotion. Honorable Kandebure stood up. He said, look here, I am a minister in the government. I am also the justice of the peace. I am also a judge. And my Timini tribe, they come to me with all their problems. And I judge. He said, many members of my tribe recently accepted the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. He said, since I am a judge, people come to me for trial, for robbery, for rape, for theft, for all sorts of things. They come to me. He said, look, I am not a religious scholar. I am not a member of the Ahmadiyya Jamaat. But one thing I have seen, that since the people, my Timni tribe, since they accepted Ahmadiyyat, I have never seen even one of them come before me for any case. Not a single man has come to me since they accepted Ahmadiyyat. They have become different people. So these people are shouting that he's a liar, he's a liar. I do not understand. Can a liar produce people who are truthful? How is it possible? A tree is knoweth by the fruit it bears. You see the root, the fruit, you know the root. He said, how is it possible? He said, I'm not a liar, I'm not a scholar. I don't know whether it's true or false, I don't know. But I want to ask you, is it possible that if Mirza Ghulam Ahmad was a liar, he could produce such people? So that is why we are traveling all over the world. We have got huge communities in Africa. You are all youngsters. I have spent 28 years of my life in Africa. In Sierra Leone, in Ghana, part of it in Nigeria, Conakry, Liberia. I have roamed all over the world. We establish schools. We help. We open clinics. In Sierra Leone, we have more than 100 primary schools. 100. A population of 3 million. More than 100 primary schools. 26 secondary schools. I was the principal of 3 of these secondary schools. We are people who go out to serve. Don't look at this small community here in Belize. These are a few people, but make no mistake. This is the beginning. This is the divine community. What I could not see, you will see. What you could not see, your children will see it. This is a community that is bound to prosper. Kataballahu la aghale banna ana wa rusuli. The Muslims have deviated from the path. Look at the condition of Muslims nowadays. Muslims fighting Muslims. They call them terrorists. People of Saudi Arabia who claim themselves to be the champion of Islam, killing people in Yemen who are also reciting Kalma Tayyibah. Which type of Islam? The Holy Quran said that if you kill one person, an innocent person, it is as if you have killed the entire humanity. You save one person who is innocent. If you save him, you have saved the entire humanity. Which Islam do they represent? The Holy Prophet had predicted that these 72 sects will move away from Islam. Look at their work. Have you ever heard that the Ahmadiyya Jamaat, for the last 128 years, have we ever been taken part in any of those demonstrations or in any part of violence? When we have strength, we've never done that. We will never do it. Our slogan, love for all. We conquer the hearts. We're not after conquering people. We're not after conquering countries. We don't care about these countries. We are people who attack the hearts, who try to conquer the hearts with piety, with goodness, with prayers. We are people whose prayers are accepted. We show the true face of Islam, the true face of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Forget about that image that the people show about the Holy Prophet or about Islam. La ikraha fi din. There is no compulsion in religion. Lasta alaykum bi musaitir. You are not the custodians. Lakum dinukum waliya din. Your religion, their religion. Don't say abusive word to the founders of other religions. The core teaching of Islam. And the core teaching of Islam is that you cannot be a Muslim if you don't believe in Jesus. You cannot be a Muslim if you don't believe in David. You believe in all prophets. So an Ahmadi Muslim is a better Christian, is a better Jew, is a better Hindu, because we believe in all prophets. A Christian could be a Christian and he would not believe Muhammad. He can still be a Christian. A Jew can still be a Jew. He does not believe in Muhammad. He still is a Jew. But a Muslim cannot be a Muslim until he believes in all prophets. This is the universal message of Islam. This is the universal teaching of Islam. So forget about those false images of the Holy Prophet. His compassion, that is what we want. That is what we want you to dip in the colors of Allah Ta'ala. That is the baptism. That you dip yourself in the colors of Allah according to your capacity. I mean, we have got very little capacity. But we try to be honest. We try to be just as our Amir Sahib said in his lecture. We try to be good. So we roam about. We are on our roaming about. We are on our rendezvous. We are seeking pious people to come and join us. Not for anything wrong, for the good of the country, for the good of humanity. That is why you heard about this Humanity First. We are building a hospital in Guatemala. The founder, the Hazrat Khalifatul Masih, Ayyadullah Ta'ala bin Nasr, I have got this great honor that he sent me all the way from Canada to go and lay the foundation of that hospital, which has been already built in Guatemala. Nazir Hospital. We have got hospitals in Africa. We have got clinics in Africa. Look, I have seen our doctors who go from India and Pakistan and Bangladesh, they dedicate their life. They go there to serve humanity. There was a time I used to hold a torchlight. There was no equipment. I was holding a torchlight and the doctor was performing an eye surgery. I was holding a torchlight. People lying on ordinary tables to save a life. No people available. Nothing was available. People die over there because of snake bite, because of malaria. We go to the place where the government cannot go because we want to serve. We are human beings. You and I are all the children of God. You forget about the pigment of my skin. Forget about the language I speak. Forget about the accent I have. Forget about the nationality I have. We are all the children of God. You and I are from that one nation. We are the children of God. How can you love God and you do not love His creation? If you want to love God, you love His creation also. So that is the love that we try to sprinkle and we try to shower. And we try to throw love. It will grow. Sometimes it grows. Sometimes it does not grow. We don't throw our seed on barren soil. We throw our seed on fallow land that is ready to accept. So when we call people to come together, it's not because we have got, an idea of capturing any country, God forbid. We are only there to be able to participate in the welfare of the earth. So people have been opposing us, but by the grace of God, our community has always prospered. The founder of the Ahmadiyya community has said in one of his Urdu poems, "Mujh par har ek ne waar kiya apne rang mein, aakhir zaleel ho gaye anjame jang mein." Everybody attacked me. According to their own fancy, they attacked me. But in the matter of war, they were humiliated. Inni muhinun man arada ahanataka. Anyone who stands to humiliate you, God will humiliate him first. look at our uniform and don't look at our clothes. We are people who are projecting the true teachings of Islam. There is power in our voice because there is another external voice that is backing our voice. And this is how that voice pierces international boundaries. So my dear children, my dear youngsters, do not while your time. Maybe I will end my speech with one small story. The Africans are good storytellers. Once in Africa, an old man died. You youngsters, you listen. Listen to what I'm saying. In Africa, an old man died. When an old man died, they went and reported the matter to the Imam that an old man has died, we have to say his funeral prayer. When he heard about his death, he said, "Oh, a young man has died. Very sorry for that. He was very young." The people were confused that here is a man who has died in his 80 years and he says he's still a young man. But because of respect, they kept quiet. Then in the village, after some time, a young man also died. And they went to the same Imam and said, "That young man has died." He said, "Oh, sorry for that. He had a long life. Long life." The people were confused that when an old man of 80 years died, he said he has died at a young age. A man of 40 years had died, he said, "Oh, mashallah, long life." The old man said, "It is the work you do." This old man did nothing. He was only blowing candles on every birthday. He did nothing, only for himself or for his family. But this young man, he built that well. That road, he built it. That mosque, he built it. Somebody's wall fell down, he constructed it. That is life. So you youngsters who are sitting over here, I was there with you. I was even more active than what you are. I was an athlete. And I was a player. So do something that is useful in your life. Many of your young people die. Nothing. Look, tomorrow we have to go to our Creator. We have to go to our graves. Do not think that the time is long. The time is short. Who knows when the evening will come? When the curtain will fall. And all your activities are recorded. And you are sitting over here. There are angels recording what you do. Karaman Katibi, 2 angels sitting, writing down what you do. What preparation have you made for tomorrow? Is it just, jumping here and there and looking here and there and doing all sorts of nonsense? That is not. That is unbecoming. You have got to build this nation. And you have got to make this nation strong. And it cannot be strong if the youth are not on the proper line. The transformation of the youth is the growth of a nation. So you are, as I said, the cream. And God is listening. God said, "I am closer to you than your jugular vein." Look at your jugular vein throbbing. God is said in the Holy Quran that I am closer to you than even your jugular vein. I am wherever you are, I am there. Wherever you are, I am also there. Do you think God is not here? He is listening. His angels are listening. He said, "Pray to me. Inni Kareeb. I am near you. Ask me. I'll give you." So why not pray to the God, the Almighty? Your Creator, my Creator, the Creator of the entire universe, the Creator of the birds, the Creator of the plantation, the bringing of rain. Offer prayers. Talk to Him. Have a relationship with him. You don't have a relationship with him and you die a useless death. लानत है ऐसे जीने पे अगर उससे है जुदा. If you are away from God the Almighty, let the curse of God be upon you for this type of life. Don't have a barren life. Have an active life. Have a communion with God. Have a relationship with God. Have a docking with God. Have a rendezvous with God. Have a grafting with God. That is what Islam is. That is what Ahmadiyya Jamaat is. That is what we stand for. And I can tell you one thing. Nothing can stand in our way. The sword of love, the sword of affection, the sword of brotherhood, nobody can stand against that sword. So may Allah Ta'ala richly bless you. I pray for this country. A beautiful country. Tourists come over here. I see huge ships. In the night they come over here. And they come and see some of the things and they go back. I hope you will show good example. Charity begins at home. If you want to show that Brazil is Belize is a good country, then you got to show it to the people. So may God bless you. And I see the Lajna and the ladies sitting over there. By the grace of Allah Ta'ala, they are more in our community than even the men. Their number exceeds the men. So by the grace of Allah Ta'ala, they are the backbone of the Jamaat-e Ahmadiyya. And I pray that may Allah Ta'ala bless you all. Yesterday, last night, I went to when we were about to drop off people, I went to the remote villages, very remote villages, and we dropped people who came for listen to the Jalsa Salana. And then our missionary went this morning and picked them up. This is service. So may God richly bless you. From Canada, I have got great honor that Amir Sahib and I come from Canada, that on behalf of our Canadian Jamaat, we would like to wish you well, and we would like to see you thrive and see you grow. Whenever you have the opportunity, come to Canada and have a look and see how the Jamaat-e Ahmadiyya is progressing, not only in Canada, not only in Germany, not only in the UK, on 204 countries of the world. It's not only here, it's a small community. 204 countries of the world, the Muslim Ahmadiyya Jamaat is firmly established. The banner of Ahmadiyyat is at full mast. May Allah Ta'ala bless you all, and Jazakallah, and Assalamu Alaikum.